talk about, you're one of the biggest leaders on my team, by the way, and you're very insightful when it comes to phenomenal products. And so I trust your opinion and your judgment about this. What can you tell me that you have noticed taking the world's first, I call this a mitochondria enhancement technology by MOREMITO?
All right. Well, thanks again for this interview. Yeah, we connected real quick. I'm like, all right, good. Somebody who likes to, help people actually have some fun with it and not treat it like a job, because it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be exciting and fun. So yeah, I saw the MOREMITO, saw the ingredient list. I've been involved and done everything kind of under the sun. I love playing with natural health products, neuroplasticity enhancement, consciousness enhancement. I do a little bit of, a lot of everything. And I had somebody hit me up about the MOREMITO, and they're like, hey, I got this opportunity, this new product. I'm like, shut up, I don't care. I'm like, I just don't even want to hear about it. I'm busy right now. They're like, no, just check out the ingredients. And they screenshotted me the ingredients. I went, okay, I changed my mind. I'm interested. You're like, I'm real interested now. Let's talk about this. So
what caught you about those ingredients? Not
only that there were 44 of them. I mean, that was a big one, but anybody can slap together, a million ingredients and say, hey, look at this cool thing I made, just because they put 44 ingredients into it. But they're not only all really good ingredients, and specifically for mitochondrial enhancement and cleaning up the reactive oxygen species and just returning the mitochondria back to where they're supposed to be. And many of them have longevity components to them as well. But there's a synergistic component between all of them that if you play with natural health long enough, you're able to go, oh, wait, okay, this pairs really well with this one. Right. And what made me extremely excited about it, because I hate companies that release like an energy supplement, and they're like, hey, here's a bunch of stimulants. How's this sound? Let's get you addicted. Here's 50 milligrams of caffeine, so you can't
wear out your adrenal glands.
It just completely fries your adrenals. So looking at the product when I took a peek at it, the fact that it wasn't stimulants, it was all support. That was the biggest thing that sold it to me, of going like, okay, this is not only safe, but this is beneficial for you to use every day, versus some of these other ones I've seen that they just loaded up with these stimulants of some kind. It's like,
also the fact it's nanotized also, right, with all these oils too.
Yeah, I was able to visit with the owners and took a look at the guy who formulated it and his credentials. I went, okay, he not only did like all the right ingredients, he did them with the synergistic benefit. He kept out all the stimulants, but then he, the bioavailability being at nano-sized and nanoparticle or particulates. I went, okay, this guy slammed it with this thing.
Right.
So I said, all right, you know what? I'm willing to bite. I'm not going to do anything with it because I don't want to I was convinced already for me.
That changed quick. Yeah.
Yeah, I was convinced for me anyway. So I said, okay, I ordered it and I overnighted it and I got it the next day. As soon as I took it, within 5 minutes, I went, oh, geez, this stuff is great, because my body temperature went way up. My mental clarity went way up, because I run like 15 different businesses, and I've got 10,000 different hobbies, and I speak, read, and write biblical Greek and Hebrew and Aramaic.
24 hours in a day.
Yeah, there's only like 50 or 100 hours in a day in my world. So usually come like 2 o'clock, I'm like, oh man, you know what? I need some kind of a break. And sometimes I'll play piano, or I've got 200 pounds of quartz crystal singing bowls, and I'll go chill out and do that. And it takes me a little time to be like, okay, I'm calmed down. I can go back to whatever I'm doing. The MOREMITO, about 5 minutes later, it's like I took an hour nap. I went, okay, my brain doesn't feel fried. My mood is completely shifted. I can feel my mitochondria and energy production going way up. Mm-hmm. And it was just super refreshing to go, sweet. For me, whatever I spend, if you spend, I go through a whole bottle a month. So you spend about $100 for a month on a supplement, but it cuts out. It cut out all these other piles of stuff that I'd have to like deal with, and then it's just a pain, and then you forget, and then it simplified so many things, right? But it didn't just cut them out, because I don't have any health issues really. It's just everybody wants more energy. As you start getting up there, you need your mitochondria functioning. You want your mental capacity always up where it's supposed to be. And I love neurohacking and neuroplasticity enhancement and cognitive enhancement, but this one was just 5 minutes into it. Bang, my whole mental mood turned around. My brain didn't feel fried, from all the different 50 things that I was doing. Right. And for me, that's extremely important, number one, because then I can go hit the gym in the middle of the day and get back into it, because I took some time off. So I'm like, okay, sweet. I'm mentally back ready. I'm not exhausted. I'm ready to go to the gym. And then I just keep dosing it throughout the day. I get done with, being at the office here doing whatever I'm going to do. Well, I got 4 kids at home that the moment they get home, it's playing daddy, they're just, I get you, which is awesome. But
you want to feel good for them. You
yeah,
want to feel good for your kids.
But you burn out at the end of the day going like, oh my gosh, now I got to go home. That their energy level's still way up here because all they've been doing is playing all day, and they took naps and whatever else. So
yeah. So Adam, you've taken a lot of different products out there. You and I both have been exploring biohacking for quite some time. How do you feel that this product compares to? Because it's like you look through all your vitamins that you take in your entire lifetime. You're like, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that product anymore. Like it's happened over and over. But I cannot foresee we're also looking for the best things or some things that can replace things that we take in the past. How do you feel like this is right now at the forefront? Would you say this is kind of like the ultimate consumable right now?
Yeah, I've got cupboards full of stuff that I don't really use just because I'm like, it's a pain, the time, the number of them I got to kind of mix together. So this is one of those ones that it's not always at the forefront, but this is going to be at the forefront for a pretty extended period of time because they just nailed it. Trying to replace this one supplement is going to be really difficult because of the number of things it does. My wife this is one of the only things that she jumped onto with me being like, hey, I want to be part of this. I want to do something with it because she's just what we call like a low responder.
Oh, okay. Doesn't respond to much at all.
I've had 1,000 different natural health products that she's tried, from essential oils to supplements to adaptogens to everything under the sun. She responds to nothing. But her, I think it was maybe the same day, next day we took some, and it was pretty brisk outside because we're in Minnesota. Weather was cooling down. We both took some. 5 minutes later, we're both like, "Ooh, man, I'm warm," and it doesn't feel like a stimulant burnout warm. It was just like my cells are functioning, my metabolism's going up, the stress response.
It's fun to stack. You can stack it with your coffee. I mean, even on alcohol, I had some drinks last night. You just feel like $1 million off of whatever you're doing in life. Well, how do you feel? Let's talk about like the psychology. How has it changed, like because you're very conscious, obviously. How has it changed how you think about things? Because we have people, that are quitting smoking weed. They have it has like what can you say about how it has this like inner talk about how you start having realizations on this stuff, almost like a plant-based medicine, like you know what I'm talking about?
Yep. It's just one of the huge things that happens is, mental health awareness is a big one for a lot of people, especially because we got 99% of the population lives in PTSD level stress. And that stress level then destroys your digestion, which destroys your digestive tract, which destroys your immune system, which destroys your mental health, because it's also interconnected with each other. And a huge component of not only the stress component, but the mental health component is, depression is extremely linked to inflammation. In a way, when your mitochondria starts to go down, your brain uses more energy than anything else in the body. And so when your energy levels start dropping, the brain doesn't fire and doesn't work the way it's supposed to. And so I don't really have a problem, I deal with basically anything mentally. I've been through everything. So it's just like, I don't have to like depression or any mental illness. I'm just like, listen, I have been through I was a 300-pound alcoholic for a while with holes in my brain thanks to what's called the military suicide pill Lariam that they put me on. Ooh. So yeah, it's like a fluoroquinolone that literally just eats holes in your brain. So I was all kinds of screwed up.
I've taken 20 different antidepressants also, and this definitely really, from day one, I have not had a single thought of negativity or depression since then. Not a single one after 20-something antidepressants. But this call is about you, brother. So let's talk about, what about like with strength and stuff like that? What have you noticed like because I'm working down this stuff and my body's just like, it is really feeling it. How's your physical performance been on this product?
Honestly, I haven't done that much with it. I've just kind of been busy. Haven't gotten back into the gym. I actually had a period of time where I had an insanely powerful emotional detox that my entire spine recorrected itself.
On this product?
Not on this product, on one that I specifically made, but we're going to put a boop into that. That's not something I really want to get people into, but it left me bedridden for about 2.5 months this summer because my spine was all crooked and did all this other weird stuff. And when it finally went and straightened to normal, it hurt really, 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 really bad. So I've been just slow coming out of that, of going, I don't want to jump into stuff real hard yet. It was the end of
after Christmas, but right around there, we're going to begin shipping out the new Restore. So we're very, very excited that we've gotten to the end of this development and the first production run. And we've set up so those production runs can continue as long as we can get it out to the people who need it. So anyway, Roger, the ingredients that were in the previous version of Restore, taro still bean, we had the lemon and orange oils, we had frankincense, of course the black seed oil and the olive leaf and the olive oil and the astaxanthin. And those were all geared toward doing specific tasks, even though they overlap in a broad approach to general mitochondrial wellness. People received some pain reduction, turning down of inflammation. People received emotional support, like you said, from those oils. But this time around, we were looking at feedback from people. We were looking at what we could do extra with this particular version of Restore. And one thing that came to mind upon many conversations was that there are a lot of fans of the Mind and Perform that we had made up until recently. And what would be nice is to not only maximize the benefits that we already had in Restore, turn those effects up, but also to add to them even more mitochondrial energy support for one thing. So to that extent, what we've done is we've added the majority of ingredients from Perform to this oil. So what are those ingredients and what do they do? Well, to make a long story short, those ingredients were designed to work together. There's a CoQ10. You have that's in the form of ubiquinone. For those of you who know that, cellular mitochondrial support. We've got turmeric, which is a lot of you have heard of curcumin. Turmeric is the root, the spice from which curcumin comes. There are water-soluble, alcohol-soluble, and oil-soluble portions of turmeric. And we've designed this to have the oil-soluble parts of the turmeric as well as some of the compounds similar to and including curcumin in it. Of course, astaxanthin, CoQ10, as I mentioned. We also have acetyl L-carnitine, arlopoic acid, and piperine, which were in the original Perform. Now, what are these there for? These ingredients all work synergistically together to boost mitochondrial health, to increase antioxidant support against free radicals in the cell, and in general, not only will raise your energy levels, but also will help all cell function to do what it needs to do, no matter what organ system it's in. So this should be a big, big energy boost, even over what you've experienced with the last Restore. So we are very excited about that. Next, I added ingredients that are considered adaptogenic. So an adaptogen is a substance that helps your body maintain homeostasis. That is to say, under conditions of stress, one way or another, your body will maintain its own health within the specs that it's designed to operate in, so that the conditions in your body don't drop too low, go too high. For example, cortisol, just to name one, is a hormone in your body produced by your adrenal glands, a fight and flight kind of response that can cause you to become overly stressed emotionally and physically and wear you down. So that needs to be able to be controlled so that you don't go into that fight or flight mode too easily. That's just one example. But in addition to that, these particular adaptogens that I've chosen are also incredibly good for endurance with regard to working out, or even if you don't work out, endurance with respect to an entire day, getting through it with an even energy level. These are some of the, for those of you who do work out, these are some of the same ingredients that Soviet and Chinese athletes used when they broke distance records at a couple of Olympics, and they were sort of the secret behind those performances. All of this, of course, is legal and entirely natural, but that's added to this so that your body really can have those same nutrients as the top-level athletes that were competing against other top-level athletes. Additionally, what we wanted to do is turn up the emotional aspect to this. That is to say, the calmness, and we've done that. We've added a couple of ingredients from Mind, a couple of ingredients that are actually in Mind, because some of you said, man, I wish we had Mind back and available for us. Well, we don't yet, but we've taken some of those key ingredients from Mind. Which particular ingredients? Well, we've taken ones that will help memory, that's Bacopa, that will help you recall certain things that you may have thought you forgot. One of those ingredients is Bacopa. And other ingredients that are designed to give you a calm focus. There's an ingredient from green tea called L-theanine, and that helps you when you drink tea. It's sort of the difference between getting jittery from coffee and drinking a black or green tea. L-theanine, along with the caffeine, modulates that response. It helps you to have a calmness along with it without the jitters. L-theanine is a brain food as well. It will help you with those feelings of calmness and help your neurotransmitters. So that's in there as well. So we've turned that up. We have other ingredients that are designed to work with your blood sugar support as before, so that's turned up. Blood pressure support, that's turned up. Ultimately, and a big one that we've added to this, and some of these ingredients I've already named to go with this effect, but we have heard from people that pain relief was very quick and it was very effective. But some of you have said that you would like help with more substantial pain relief, maybe some systemic inflammatory effects or nerve pain to that extent. And we have designed this particular Restore to work with the endocannabinoid system, not using CBD, but with other ingredients. And these ingredients, one of them is magnolia extract. Magnolia extract is a very, very powerful anti-inflammatory, but what it additionally does is it works with your brain and it works with your central nervous system to turn down your perception of pain. So it doesn't just block the signal, but it actually turns down the inflammation and then deals with the pain signal as well that's getting to your brain. And another ingredient is a long one, palmitoethanolamide, or amide, depending on how you say it. But PEA is a very powerful ingredient that works with your endocannabinoid system in your body. In some ways, it's more powerful than CBD. And what that does is it takes the pain signals, the pain at your extremities. Perhaps you have a neuropathy or in your extremities, or you have another nerve problem, or you have systemic pain from an old injury. It will take that pain and turn it right down. So working together with magnolia extract, what you have is a 1-2 punch to deal with the pain signals in your brain and deal with the pain in your extremities, the nerve pain or the chronic pain that you might be experiencing. And PEA is a tremendously powerful anti-inflammatory as well. So the other thing about the dual purpose of magnolia extract and PEA together are that they both increase your mood. They turn down anxiety and they turn up the good mood, and not in an artificial way. It does it using your body's own chemistry in a very natural way. If it's out of balance, it will correct that balance. So very, very excited about those effects. We believe that this version of Restore, the pain relief effect from it will be faster than it even was before, way more powerful. And I believe that, to give you an example, some of you may have experienced back issues, back problems before. And I always like to tell Roger that when I know that some anti-inflammatory is working or pain relief is happening, if my back is really tight, it just has that tight feeling, I can't really turn it and stretch it very effectively, it won't crack, and nothing will happen. I know that something's working when my entire back just feels loose. It all loosens up, and I can stretch, I can do all that again. I anticipate that this version of Restore for you will have that same effect and very rapidly. So to summarize, really what we've done is we've taken the 5 or 6 active ingredients that we had before. We have enhanced all of those effects, emotional effects, the pain-relieving effects, the anti-inflammatory effects, the blood sugar support effects, the blood pressure support effects, and we've gone beyond that. The increased mood, pain relief, the ability of your body to maintain homeostasis, to deal with stress, The energy aspect to it will be turned way up. We've gone from, again, I don't know if Roger said this or not, but this new formula, even though the heart of it is the same, we have gone from about 5 or 6 active ingredients to 30. Now, that is not typical in most formulas. They don't stay the same or the same name. But I can tell you that the heart of this formula is exactly the same. The addition of these particular ingredients in specific amounts is the difference in going from amazing to spectacular. And not to hype it in a way that's inappropriate. But what I'm learning with these ingredients is as they work together and how we can incorporate them into an oil-based product is amazing, because we are able to use less, far less of any one single ingredient, but tune it far more specifically than almost any other technology that I've seen, perhaps different from any technology that I've ever seen, and Roger can attest to that. So I have the ability with this particular technology to tune each particular ingredient to work with the other ingredients in far smaller amounts than are normal in order to get very, very large effects that your body recognizes very, very quickly, and that's the XDS 2.0 technology. So we're very, very excited about the new Restore, very excited to get it out the door and begin shipping, and we're in that process right now, bottling and labeling and finalizing those to get ready to go out to you. So very excited about this Christmas time to be able to wish you a Merry Christmas, and we do think a lot about all of you with health needs. We do pray for you, and we work hard to get these products out to you to be able to bless you with that. So I'll give it back to you, Roger.
Thank you, Bevan. I want to just say something about the cannabinoid activators, those 2 ingredients that you had in there. One of the things we had to think about was the legality of putting CBD in our products. We decided not to put any of that in Restore, but he came up with what we think is a far better solution, and we can't wait for you to try that. We also have in development the next generation of Restore. The next generation of Rejuvenate. 2 versions of that that'll be coming